Good morning, children. So today we are going to start a chapter that is Henry a Chameleon. So now, children, this story has been written by Ruskin Bond. The author is Ruskin Bond, and let us know about who is Ruskin Bond. Okay. Now, Ruskin Bond is a person, is an author of the British descent, but he is an Indian author. Now, when I say British descent, that means that his parents are from Britain, whereas he was born and brought up in India. So, since he was born and brought up in India, his studies over here, and still now he is in India itself. So, he is an Indian author, and the Indian government has recognized him as a well-established author. And he has written many stories for the children, especially for the children. And yes, of course, you will enjoy reading his stories, but even the elders also enjoy reading his stories, because he has written many facts about different things, and so that is really very enchanting to read about. And mostly you will see many of his stories are related to animals also. So today this story is also related to animal. Okay. Now here in this he has told about a chameleon. Okay. Now children, remember, in English we have to be very particular about the pronunciations that we make. So please, when you are listening to this video, so please take care that you listen to the pronunciations and accordingly you also pronounce. Okay. So now here this word Henry a chameleon. Okay. Now here when I say chameleon, so now you must be seeing that the spelling is starting with CH. Okay. Though it is starting with CH, but still the pronunciation will be K. Okay. Like you say in Hindi K se kabutar. So that pronunciation we will be doing for chameleon. Now what is a chameleon? I feel that most of you have seen a chameleon in your garden. Okay. These chameleons can be found in our garden. Now in a garden you must have seen the garden lizard. That is the common name that we all know. It's a garden lizard. So that garden lizard, you must have seen that it is green in color. Okay. Now this garden lizard, which is green in color, so it also changes its color when required. So according to the situation, it can change its own color. So that color it changes to protect itself from the situations. Okay. Now let us start with the chapter. Now Ruskin Bond, I hope that you all have opened your books. Okay. Now Ruskin Bond is one of the most popular children's writers of today. He writes in a simple, delightful style. Now what do you mean by delightful? Delightful means happy. Okay. Very nice. Interesting. So he writes in that interesting manner. Read this amusing story of an unusual pet, a chameleon. Okay. Amusing means, now children, you all visit the water parks. You all visit the water parks. You enjoy your water parks. Now it is also known as the amusement park. You must have noticed that. Okay. It's called the amusement park. Now, why is it called an amusement park? I'll let you know this. Okay. So, it's called an amusement because it entertains you children. Okay. It entertains everyone. It is very amusing. That means it is entertaining everyone. And so, it is known as your amusement park. Now, same way here, this story is amusing story of an unusual pet. Amusing here, it's an entertaining story and it's an unusual pet. Yes, why unusual? Because do we keep chameleon as a pet in our house? I don't think so anyone is keeping a chameleon as a pet. But here, this author has kept a chameleon as a pet. And so it is unusual. We normally keep dogs, cats, parrots, rabbits, these all as our pets. Pets means those who we love to care, cuddle, keep them in our laps, take them along with us when we are off to sleep. So I don't think so anyone would prefer a chameleon to be cuddled so much. So now here we'll start with the chapter. This is the story of Henry, our pet chameleon. So here the author is writing the story. So here when he says our pet chameleon, that means our means refers to author and his family. Chameleons are in a class by themselves and are no ordinary reptiles. So they all come under the reptile family. The chameleons come under this, lizard come under the reptile family. So here the author says that chameleons are in a class by themselves and are no ordinary reptiles. So they are no ordinary according to the author. They are easily distinguished from their nearest relatives, the lizards, by certain outstanding features. Yes, if you see a garden lizard and your home lizard, there's a lot of difference. Inside our house, the lizard the size is small, and even you will see the skin quality, that is, I think so, a little bit smoother compared to the garden lizard. The garden lizard is little bit bigger in size than the home lizard. And you will also see the skin quality is rough. You must have noticed that. So those who haven't yet noticed still, so next time when you are going to your garden, please notice the garden lizard and then notice your home lizard. So here they are easily distinguished. Distinguished means you can differentiate them from their nearest relatives. So that is the home lizard. By certain outstanding features. Yes, there are some outstanding features by which we can easily distinguish. First thing, the size. Secondly, even the quality of the skin. Then you have the crest which the garden lizard is having, a red color crest that you say, the ornament you say, which our home lizard does not have. So these are some of the points by which you can easily distinguish a home lizard from a garden lizard. Now here, a chameleon's tongue is as long as its body. So can you understand now? The tongue, how long it will be? Of course, the body is also maybe the size of your palm or maybe little bit more than that. And so tongue is as long as that. So why do they need to have a long tongue? Have you ever thought of it? Well, they require this tongue because they unfurl the tongue in front of them and then they'll keep it exposed. Any insect or a fly will sit on it and then it gets stuck because there is a sticky substance on that tongue. So insect or fly gets stuck over it, and then what it does, it rolls it back inside its mouth and then eats away the insect or the fly. So this is where it captures its own food. So a chameleon's tongue is as long as its body. Its limbs are long and slender. So slender means thin, okay? And its fingers and toes resemble a parrot's claws. So here the fingers and toes, toes means your foot's fingers. So your fingers and toes, they resemble. Resemble means they look similar to, okay? Resemble a parrot's claws. Claws means पंजे जो होते हैं parrot के. So that is known as claws in English. On its head may be any of several ornaments. So here the author says there is an ornamental decoration on the head of the chameleon. Now if you have noticed garden lizard, then you will see a red color sort of design, sort of that crest is there, that is which the author is calling as ornament. Even sometimes it is termed as crown of a garden lizard. So that is known as the ornament of this. That is what the author is suggesting over here. Henry had a rigid crest that looked like a fireman's helmet. So rigid means very strong, so which cannot be moved, unmovable. Okay, rigid crest. Crest means the top portion of his head that looked like a fireman's helmet. So if you have noticed a fireman, a person who takes over the fire brigade wherever there is fire, and then he fights the fire. So the author is saying that Henry's rigid crest looked like a fireman's helmet. Now fireman's helmet is also red in color, and so like that the crest was looking according to the author. I hope you all have understood the first paragraph. So please read, and then wherever the pronunciations you have to make, so that also you have to notice. Okay. Then Henry, the next paragraph I am doing. Henry's eyes were his most remarkable feature. So that means here the author loved his eyes, Henry's eyes. Okay. So according to the author, the eyes was remarkable, wonderful. They were not beautiful, but his left eye was quite independent of his right. So according to the author, the eyes were wonderful. So that means what? So that was unique, some feature was there. So he says they were not beautiful, but his left eye was quite independent of his right. So that means the left eye would move on its own and the right eye would move on its own. So that means what? The left eye can look left side, the right eye can look right side. Now, is it possible in a human eye? So we can't do that. When we have to look, both our eyes look in the same direction. So the pupils, they move in the same direction. We cannot move it in two different directions. That is very difficult for the human beings. But here the author says that Henry could do it in two different directions. He could move it. He could move one eye without disturbing the other. Now can you imagine one eye without disturbing the other? That means with one eye it's looking here and there, and the other eye is normal. It's not moving at all. So now that's really something, a special feature of the chameleon. Each eyeball bulging out of his head. Now bulging out means coming out. Okay, coming out of its head. So now you must have seen our eyes are in the fixed in the socket, eye socket. But here the author says the eyes of Henry were bulging out, were coming out. So that would look quite dangerous. Each eyeball bulging out of his head wobbled side to side. Wobbled means to move side to side. Okay, so it was moving side to side. Now just a minute. So here wobbled means, so it is side to side. So you must have please notice the pronunciations that I am making, because that's very important to notice the pronunciations. So each eyeball bulging out of his head wobbled side to side, backward and forward. So that means the eyeball was moving backward also and forward also. Now can we human beings do such things? It's just impossible. But here Henry the chameleon was able to do. That is possible in a chameleon. This frenzied movement gave Henry a horrible squint. So this frenzied movement means the hyperactive movement. So continuously it was doing. So that is an hyperactive movement was going with his eyes. So this gave Henry a horrible squint. Horrible means very bad. Squint means squint-eyed, we say those who all have a little bit the sideward direction. Means if I feel that the person is looking at me actually straight, but actually the person is looking sideward. Those type of people are called squint-eyed people. Okay. And one look into Henry's frightful gaze was often enough. So here the one, if you look at Henry's this type of look, it was quite frightful. Okay, it was frightful for human beings. Frightful, to scare people into believing that chameleons are dangerous and poisonous reptiles. So because of Henry's this type of character, so it was believed by people that Henry the chameleon actually is poisonous and very dangerous. Okay, I hope that children you have understood. In my next video I will continue with this. Thank you.